I recognize the honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the situation for renters in Dartmouth North, in HRM, and across the province is getting more and more dire. Rents are incredibly high. We're hearing about studio apartments going for $1,700. One-bedrooms are over $2,000, and these are not luxury apartments. The fact is that most incomes are nowhere near adequate to pay these prices, and it results in people being evicted for non-payment or defaulting on their power bills or other loans, or not taking the medications they need, or not eating enough and getting sick, or experiencing crippling anxiety and fear about all or any of the above. Madam Speaker, people contact me every single day for help with housing. They can't afford where they're living. They're living with an abuser, and there's nowhere to escape to. Their landlord is moving into their unit, and they have to get out. Their power's been cut off. The list goes on and on. And let me be clear, these are not calls that I get once a month or every couple of weeks or even every couple of days. These calls come in every day, and most days there are more than one. People need help, and they need it now. Yes, supply will help a little, but supply is coming in years and not days or months, and there is no guarantee of what the rents of all these buildings will be. People need housing that is adequate and that they can afford. And there are some solutions to this that the government is at best ignoring and at worst working against. We need a system of rent control where the rent is tied to the unit and not the tenant. And this bill does not do this. We need a system where there is no financial incentive for the use of fixed-term leases, and so that they would be used for the intended purpose instead of for landlords to skirt the rent cap, as we heard about at law amendments. This bill does not have that, and instead it provides a pathway to homelessness, which, by the way, quadrupled in HRM since this government came to office. We need a system where there would be no financial incentive to make buildings pet-free when they were always pet-friendly, or where there would be no need to charge for storage lockers when there always have been included in the rent, or no need to rent-evict tenants when there is nothing more than a cosmetic improvement needed to do to a unit or a building. And this bill does not have this. It's not fair or affordable. If not fair or affordable, the rent cap will give some predictability to renters for the next couple of years. But what happens then? This government is determined to return our rental market to a scenario where there is no control at all. We need this bill to legislate permanent rent control tied to the unit and not the tenant. The opportunity to bring this bill forward could have done so much good, but it actually does the opposite. It will not help the housing and homelessness crisis, and in fact, it will probably make it worse. For all of these reasons I have laid out, and for the tens of thousands of renters I represent in Dartmouth North, I cannot support this bill.